So here we are. It's week 3. If you've been following Kelly and I over the last couple of weeks, yes, week 3, we're in the same outfits again. We're diehards. We started week 1 with some upper body stimulation for the areas under the arms. Last week, we covered the thighs and the glutes, which is it's a concern for every woman, not just those in this community. And everything that we're working through over the next 4 weeks could be combined to be a thing on its own. If you have a particular area of concern or that you're trying to target, you might want to break these into individual things that you're using with other things. There's no rhyme or reason. Again, the spirit of these talks is always experiment. And we're here to empower you with things you can do on your own, because nobody's going to do the self-care for you. And, let's face it, times are tough. You can't always afford to go buy something. So, yes, I'm all about vibration plates. And at the end of each week, I will be putting some suggestions as far as settings and so forth. But if you are a new user and you're not doing any of this block therapy stuff and you've never used a vibration plate, I would recommend learning them separately before you combine the two. I want you to understand how effective the block therapy is on its own, and the vibration plate Nuvi stuff you got to go on as a separate thing before you combine the two. And the reason for that with any technology when you're combining them or technique is great if you're having great results. But if something happens, you've overdone it, you've had a setback in any way, it becomes a lot more complicated and frustrating to try and backtrack it. Was it the vibration plate? Was it the towel thing I was doing? Was it the red light panel I used this morning? So it's great when we're starting new things. We tend to be mindful and embrace lots of change. The one thing I would incorporate and always be mindful, of course, is nutrient-dense foods and hydration and all the things we need to support the activity. But when it comes to the activities and the therapies, learn the discipline individually before you combine them. Give it at least a week, folks. So what are we covering on week 3? What's happening today?
Week 3, we are targeting inner thighs.
Okay.
Also, one of those areas that most women would agree they don't appreciate on their bodies.
It wears out the jeans first.
Yeah.
And, I'm old enough. I have the Thigh Master. We've all tried these tools to isolate certain parts of our body, but I'm sure that there's more effective ways to do that.
Yeah. And then second, we're going to do the IT band.
Okay.
Super big band of fascia down the side of your leg that gets very tight.
By doing something like this all the time.
Yeah. So it gets very tight. It's really a big area of restriction. So I want to emphasize again today, the inner thighs are a place that a lot of women who have lipedema have a ton of pain.
Okay.
Or your shape on your inner thighs may not let you put the towel exactly where we're saying. You just need to do what you can do.
Okay.
The IT band can be excruciating for every human. It does not matter your size or shape. The IT band hurts sometimes. So that's one reason we're using the small towel. What we're going to do is going to be gentle, but you want to be breathing slow and steady. And if suddenly your breath is hitching or you're sucking in air because you just can't help it, that's where you need to back off. So even if I'm suggesting put more pressure in or push down on your leg or whatever I'm suggesting, if that is too much, you just go back to the previous initial thing that we said, and that'll be okay for you for now.
You've got to experiment, but part of responsible experimentation, sounds like a drinking campaign, is also being responsible and recognizing when your body's giving this is your body trying to make you stop doing what you're doing for whatever reason. So pay attention to what it's telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about block therapy is it's all about listening to your own body's voice and hearing what your body is telling you and responding to that and taking care of it.
It always gives you feedback. We just have to be receptive.
And so we need to tune into that. I think when you have a chronic condition and you hear so many people for decades, you stop listening to what your own body's telling you. You mistrust that. So these are slow, gentle, tune into your own self kind of mini sessions we're doing. And I just wanted to preface because that IT band and inner thighs, you may have some real pain today, even if you haven't in the other classes. So go at your own pace. All right. So we are going to do our first warm up. The week 2, we did the towel horizontal on the belly button. We're going to move it up onto the diaphragm. So that's going to be right at the bottom of where your ribs, like your ribs curve up. The diaphragm sits right there. Deb's got it. So we want to fill up the belly with air, and the diaphragm is a muscle that goes up and down when you breathe. We want the towel to be moving in and out. So we're going to take a couple of breaths in.
This is our warm up.
This is our warm up. We're going to take a breath in and then try to exhale through your nose as slowly as you can. We'll do a couple of breaths just like that, just to see how that feels. And then after you've done maybe 2 or 3 breaths, we want to put some slight pressure in on the towel, just with your hands.
On the exhale or the whole time?
You can do it the whole time on the diaphragm. You should be good. This will feel a little bit different than when it was on the belly button.
Yeah.
But also similar. It may make you feel like your breathing's a little more restricted because we're right on that muscle that controls your breathing.
I can feel that movement though.
Yeah,
that was through that. I prefer a little bit of pressure. But again, you got to pay attention to you, right?
You do. And we're not like clutching the towel and driving it into our bodies. We're just applying enough that our
little resistance.
Yeah. And it helps your brain like become consciously aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's the point of that. All right.
Okay.
So now we are going to turn the towel vertical and put it in between your thighs.
Like this?
You can do it depending on your size and shape. It can be up closer to your body. It can be lower down. I mean, we're all shaped differently. This is not a judgment of where you're putting the towel. You're going to feel some improvements and some movement in your thighs wherever you put it.
Okay.
And this is a thing you can repeat, moving the towel to different positions on the thighs. So we'll put it there. We're gonna make sure you maintain your posture.
Together or just more natural?
Your knee should be fine. We're gonna squeeze that towel a little just to hold it in place. And so as you're doing that,
I'm jumping ahead then. Okay.
Yeah, as you're doing that, your feet are gonna need to be in line. So again, Debbie always says on your vibration plate, knees in line with the hips, feet in line with the knees. We don't want a wide stance. So we're holding the towel. We're going to squeeze for 3 breaths, a gentle squeeze or a tighter squeeze. You can do whatever feels right for you. You can relax on the inhale and squeeze tighter on the exhale. Some people's legs, their muscles just can't maintain a squeeze for that long. So
you can just the inner, it's you're feeling it in, if there's deficiencies or issues, listen to your limitations. I hate the word limitations, but it doesn't mean permanent line that you will never cross. Remember that. Okay.
All right. All right. So if you've done, you can do 3 to 5 breaths.
Okay.
Whatever you think. Now we're going to put the towel, we're going to take it out. It's going to go under one of your thighs, about half of it under and about half of it sticking out. Anywhere along
last week, but just under the sit bone on the top of the hamstring.
It can be mid thigh. It can be up higher. You'll want to play with it.
Feels comfortable. Okay.
Just wherever it feels comfortable. And then you're going to just lean that leg kind of into, just let it like flop over onto the towel. You may have your foot turned in a little so that IT band on the outside of your leg can have more contact.
Yeah.
All right. So then we're just going to do 3 breaths there and just let it sink. This will give you kind of a feeling for if you're going to have pain or not. And then you want to, after a couple of breaths, you want to take a hand or forearm and just lean into that leg a little bit. You can put pressure straight down. You can sort of put pressure toward the outside of the leg a little. Play around and see what feels.
You should, I'm trying to, like, when I lean forward to do my sciatic stretches, it's not this, it's pushing the girls, like somebody's pulling you forward. And on the exhale, I do feel it kind of just slightly, you don't have to move very much just to get it to this area. I'm just moving my knee slightly about a half an inch and my body's following, and I can feel it really. And as I roll back,
so we'll do about 3 or 4 breaths there, and that you're going to want to do both legs.
Okay.
But we'll, for time's sake,
my towel.
We'll demonstrate. You got your towel.
So we'll do the other side. Is there a variation to this one?
That was our warm up, and then if we're going to increase a little bit after that initial warm up, just to get it, that helps us like sort of get in touch with what's going on there. So if we're going to do, wait, I wrote it down.
It's okay.
Okay, so you have that under your right leg.
Yeah.
Okay, so your left foot is going to be flat on the floor. Your right foot, we're going to slightly turn out.
So I'm taking my foot like this and I'm going.
Yeah, so that it forces the pressure to be a little more on the outside of your leg.
Okay.
So on that end, we're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to do a calf raise. So you'll go up like on the tippy toes.
On the exhale?
On the exhale. And then let your heel fall back down.
You probably can't see me doing that on camera.
We can't see it, but we can see your leg moving, so that's fine. You can lean into that leg a little bit to put more pressure on that IT band.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to go really slowly. You can do 3 to 5 breaths here. If you can't do those calf raises, that's okay.
Just for editing, because I want you to see this, and I can cut this and put it in prettier later. Can you see my whole foot and leg there?
That is great.
So
on the exhale, we'll do a calf raise. That's just where you like go up on tippy toes and then drop it back down.
Keeping my lean constant because I wanted to see when I'm moving, I can't tell if it's the movement. So I'm staying leaned over to get a little more pressure. And as I come up on, I'm not only feeling it in the thigh and the calf, but I definitely feel it that IT band more engaged coming up on the toe.
Yeah, and you may even feel it like up into the hip, lower back, just depending on what's going on with your body.
The fascia is having a fight.
The other thing is when you're leaning in with that hand on your leg, you're getting, if you're using your vibration plate, you're getting some of that up into your upper body as well.
Yeah. Yeah, by connecting your hands, of course, we've seen that upper video. No, that's a great one. I like that variation.
Okay.
What else?
So then we're going to do upper thighs. So we'll take the towel, put it vertically again between the thighs. All right. Then we're going to squeeze in, squeeze your thighs into the towel. Apply pressure down with your palms.
You know what I should do? I need to come back up.
All right.
My head cut off. Yep. I'll cut this all out. The beauty of Zoom. Okay.
So towel vertical. Squeeze with your thighs. Put your hands flat on your thighs and push in. Straight down.
Can you see my head?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start that one again then. Okay, sorry.
That's fine. So we're going to push palms into your thighs. If you need a little more pressure, you can lean slightly forward.
So I'm pressure this way, holding the towel, hands on, and I'm leaning forward just to shift my mass into my legs a little bit more.
Yes.
And I'm going to try holding this constant. So I'm going to do my 3 breaths, my in through the nose.
Let's try not to use our shoulders to push
Oh.
in. Keep your shoulders down and back, straight back. If you want an even more intensity, you can, while maintaining that pressure into your thighs and squeezing, you can push your hands out a little bit on your thighs. So you're pushing down and out.
Point. By shifting forward, I wasn't even aware, right? So, you know, instead of me pushing like I have to for dear life or something, I need to just lean forward, keep the shoulders relaxed, then add the pressure. That feels more natural.
Right. And then to add a little resistance, you can try to push your palms out a little. Like trying to pull your legs apart, but your legs are trying to stay in. And that'll add a little bit more.
This on the vibration plate again, you'd feel that actually all the way up between your shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Love that variation.
We're trying really hard to incorporate, when you're ready, you can incorporate this with the vibration plate. It'll be 2 to 3 minutes, and you're getting a ton of benefit.
Time that you would potentially be less reps, but eventually, you want to progress anyways. But it's very important to Kelly and I that the basic blocks, hear that, are there first, and you can build from there. Okay.
Awesome. So that's it for the upper thighs and the IT band. Again, if you're not using the vibration plate, you could do, or even if you are, but it might take a bit to work up to that with the vibration plate. You can put that anywhere along the outer thigh for the IT band, and also on the inner thighs. So you could do like 3 to 5 breaths closer up to the body, then you could move it mid-thigh.
And then maybe you're moving it down for a few.
Right. And then on the outside too, you could do it up by the glute, then you could do it.
Maybe you've got areas, especially those with lymphedema, where it's not as symmetrical. You might have one area that, you want to break into smaller sections and help work the fluid along. Or you might have an area of deficiency, and, it could be a strength thing. There's no exact blueprint. Again, learn the basics. But I think you will find, if you're overdoing it, okay, outside of the cues that your body's giving you when you're doing these exercises, we as ladies tend to be stronger below the waist. So if we're going to overdo anything, I guarantee it's going to be the lower body stuff, right? We're weak in the upper body. And when we have weakness and chronic conditions, any new pain or muscle soreness, we sometimes just, we associate it with something wrong because it's been so long since we've had I've been active muscle soreness versus the same old chronic pain. But if we're going to push through, we tend to overdo it on the legs. So be very cautious if you are trying these on your vibration plate, to Kelly's point, 2 to 3 minutes. You may find the ability to hold the position throughout the use or the course of the rep. On the floor might be sustainable, but maybe on the plate it's more challenging. So the vibration plate is going to surge the lymphatics and the circulation more, but it also increases the exercise effects. So if you're fatiguing fast, you've been doing it on the kitchen chair and you've had no problem, but you find it more challenging on the vibration plate, remember, it's bringing more to the equation. So using the vibration plate in itself would be a progression of these exercises, not a starting point, if that makes sense. Cool.